What's good, everybody? It's Keenan, and I'm back with my tea of the day. Welcome to episode 50. I hope 50. I am so proud of myself. I'm proud of y'all too. Thank y'all for listening. Whoever's listening, let's get into some things because these are still trying times. We are still in COVID. We are still in our blackness and how much Black Lives Matters. So let's really get into these Karen's characters, because they're becoming more relevant and more prosperous and more in your face now. It's just in your face racism at this point. Like for years, at least most of my life, racism has always been there, of course, but it's been kind of hidden. It's not as in your face as it's been these last few weeks. Like these white individuals, these Karen characters, really are out of their motherfucking minds. And they really don't give a fuck. At this point, they really do not give a fuck. They're just going to be completely racist to your face now. And it's just baffling for them not to understand why we're upset, why we're mad. Like, we deserve to be here just like you do. Like, I seen this clip on the Breakfast Club where this gentleman was like, black people's been fighting for equality while white people's been gaining equity. And that's completely true. It's like, we shouldn't have to fight for equality. It should already be given to us. But we're still fighting for something that's supposed to just be given to us. It's supposed to be ours. So then we can be in this fight together for humanity, for life itself. And it's sad because we're still not on that page. We're still not in that same book. We're still not even in the same chapter. So, these Karen characters. I seen this one Karen who basically was leaving a store and was fighting like, nigga, I don't want you around me. But then have in the same breath says, I have black friends. How you calling a black person a nigga but yet you have black friends? Make that make sense. Because I'm not understanding it. And I don't think she really understood it or understood what the fuck she just did. But these Karen characters need to understand that we're not playing games anymore. We're tired of being tired. We're tired of being overlooked. We're tired of being unheard. We're tired of feeling like we do not belong. We're tired of trying to fight to be at a table that doesn't want us there. We're tired of trying to fight for these rights that are supposed to be ours. Because at the end of the day, we all bleed red. We are all human beings. So why for a black person is so much harder to be seen and to be heard? Another thing, why are we stop saying Breonna Taylor? I'm confused. Breonna Taylor still needs to be said. Her name still needs to be needs to be in the atmosphere. Her name still needs to ring bells. Because her killers are still motherfucking loose. So, until we get justice for every Black Lives that matter, then that's when we stop. Yes, we got some justice for George Floyd. Are we getting his life back? Absolutely not. Have all of them in charge? Yes. And unfortunately, one of them is on bail. I'm quite sure y'all seen the video that posted around where some lady, I'm not sure what her ethnicity was, decided to film her, like, I know who you are, and you think it's okay to just walk around and be free. I wish I knew why he was out on bail, but he was. But nonetheless, we're still trying to get justice for all of these people who were murdered by the police. And again, not all police are bad. Not all police are animals. Not all police are racist. Not all white people are racist. Because there's some black racist people. Best and believe. Like, I'm quite sure you heard about the whole ethnicity versus nationality battle and how I guess certain Dominicans did not feel like they was black, but they are my complexion. I'm confused. is there a problem with being black? So you're black and you have a problem with being black. Yes, we've seen this several times, unfortunately, but you need to love your melanin. You need to love who you are completely before you present yourself to the motherfucking world. So, let's get into... I want to get into this wonderful docu-series that I seen called Disclosures. And it's about our trans community and how they've been represented. And just the whole aspect of disclosure, like, should you disclose, per se, what you was from birth, in a way? That's a question I would like to ask. But then I want to really get into the actual docu-series. Like, I guess watching TV when I was younger, I didn't necessarily know that they was trying to... I didn't know what transsexual was, or I didn't know what drag queen was. And usually in entertainment, and usually in like this cis aspect or mindset of people, we just assume like they're the same. So then that's why it's so hard for trans women to be considered women, because they just feel like that's a man in a dress. And that's not true. Drag queens are different. Drag queens are for entertainment purposes. They're still men, and they still want, and they still feel like they are men. Trans women are women who was born in the wrong body. And it does not matter, and it should not matter, what the fuck is in between their legs. It has no point to you what is in between their legs. Let's make that perfectly clear. It does not matter, and it does not concern you. Should they let the person know what it is up front? Absolutely. Because generally in any relationship that you have to be open, you have to be honest. Of course, you have our representatives meet the person first, X, Y, Z, but at the end of the day, you need to be open and honest with whoever you're dealing with. And you have to be so comfortable in yourself where you'll be perfectly fine being by yourself for certain times of your life, and that is perfectly fine. Because at the end of the day, someone's going to love you. There's someone for everyone. So you just have to be okay with being okay. But in terms of the docuseries, and in terms of like how they would represent a lot of the trans women community, and how they would negate and leave out of the trans male experience. Because you don't see a lot of trans males on screen. The only one that I can fully think I'm like, oh, that I've seen on TV was definitely on, I forgot the name of the show right now, but it was a spinoff of The Forsters. I forgot the name right now. I love the show, but that was the first trans male I seen playing a trans male in general. In general, in terms of the trans male experience, you don't see that often. For trans women, you'll see a lot of cis men play a trans woman, and it comes off like it's just a man in drag. It doesn't come off authentic. It doesn't come off like this is their real life. This is who I really am. And it's sad why you wouldn't let a trans woman play a trans woman. Why you wouldn't want a trans woman to play a woman. Because they are a woman. And they have every attribute of a woman. So it would make more sense for them to play who they are, instead of casting someone else to play that character. I never understood that. And I was just so happy that for like me and my generation, the first person I really seen that was out and open was definitely Laverne Cox. And she's just a pure activist for just our rights in general. And it's just so wonderful to see she's just not this, I'm trans, or she doesn't live by the rules. She doesn't play by the books. But she's very open and honest, and she is in your face, and she is real about who she is. And she's okay to sit alone. And she's okay that these are her experiences, but she's trying to make sure that there's equality, there's justice, there are avenues that she uses to show that this is not okay, and we're tired of just accepting anything. And just her role on Orange is the New Black, where she played a trans jailmate. That was her, and she played it so flawlessly. Something I've never seen before, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just wonderful, this is amazing, and this is powerful. But from Orange is the New Black until Pose, there has been nothing. And that's the problem. Pose is amazing. This is the show. Trans woman played by trans women, and it's not just one trans woman, it is several trans women on and off screen. This is completely for us. This is our ballroom scenes. This is our community being shown in such a beautiful light. With fluorescence, with flowers, with this essence and effortlessness. And it's wonderful to see. I know you hear me represent and speak about Pose so much because it's so important right now. It's so important for this community. It's so important in terms of just my everyday life, just in terms of my growth, in terms of my community and my sexuality. Like, yes, I'm a gay male. I haven't really encountered much of my community. So with these shows, it's teaching me as I'm teaching you. And it's a wonderful thing. But at the end of the day, like, killing our sisters is not okay. Killing anyone is not okay. We're killing our sisters for being and living in their truth. It's not okay. And I'm not standing up for it. I'm not condoning it. It's fucked up. And every person who killed a trans person needs to die. Our trans sisters' lives matter. Our black trans sisters' lives matter. Their health care matters. Yes, you gave us the right to not be discriminated against in the workplace. However, you're trying to take away their health care when you know that that is essential for their beings. That is essential for their aesthetics. That is essential for their day of life, of just living. And by them not having health care, by you taking health care away from the trans community or the gay community or any community, is wrong on so many levels. Because how are we supposed to get this medicine that we're supposed to take for XYZ? So you're taking that away from us. So then what? We can go back to quote unquote what we used to be. No, sweetheart, we are who we are. Take it or leave it. But we are powerful, we are beautiful, we are amazing. And we've got to continue to live in our truth, whether that makes you uncomfortable or not. And I think we need to understand that. And I think a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement begin to understand that you cannot have a Black Lives Matter movement without caring about all black lives. It's a conversation that still needs to be had. And I will be part of that panel when it happens. Because I'm so here for it. Because it's just the fact of the cis community or the straight community really just feels like you're black before you are gay. But you're still making it seem like we made a choice for being gay or we made a choice for being trans. And we didn't. This is who we are. So we need to take it or leave it, just like everyone else. But you can't want us to fight for all black lives, but you're beating up our trans sisters, you're killing our trans sisters, you're hitting them over the head and bashing them upside their head with skateboards and bottles, or you're killing them once you find out that they're trans because you know that people is going to talk, or you just feel uncomfortable because you're not ready to really live in your truth. So you want to cover someone else's who lived in theirs. Or the aspect of, oh, you as a trans woman want to fully have your surgery. I don't want that anymore. But you can't, but because I'm so disgusted that you want to take away something that I liked about you, but I can't like it out in the open, you can't live no more. It doesn't work like that. People really be having people fucked up, and I just don't understand it. But in terms of like the trans lives and the gay lives and the bisexual lives, the queer lives, we all matter. And if we're in the black community, we need to matter to you as well, because we are all in one community. Yes, you may look at my skin tone before my sexuality, absolutely. However, I'm still gay. I'm still important. I am still powerful. I am still everything a man is supposed to be. It doesn't matter, it shouldn't matter who I decide to sleep in, because I'm bomb as fuck. And if that's too much for you, if that makes you uncomfortable, that's a you problem. If a trans woman makes you so uncomfortable, that's a you problem. But you're going to leave my sis alone. She's going to live her fabulous life and do what she needs to do for our community. And the gay men who do not like trans women, y'all should be ashamed of yourself, because at the end of the day, the reason why we are able to just be up, be loud, be proud, do and be whoever we want to do and be, is because the trans woman was tired and they threw the first motherfucking stone and the Stonewall riots. Let's get into our history, people. If they did not do that, we would not be where we are. We absolutely need to get farther than where we are. But we need to be where we are. We need to be thanking them for where we are, but we will grow. And we need to continue to grow as a community. Meaning, we need to really think and take care of ourselves, our mentals, our emotionals, our physicals, aspects and attributes of ourselves. And we really need to just show love in our community. And stop showing shade, stop coming at people wrong, stop trying to violate people, stop trying to expose the DL man. Just stop and love yourself. Once you love yourself, it will be much easier to love other people. And it would be much easier for people to want to love you. But as a community, we need to be strong. We need to be one. In terms of the LGBT, in terms of the Black Lives Movement, we all have to be on the same motherfucking page for all of our lives to fully matter in everyone's eyes. For us to win and for us to really push the motherfucking envelope and fully become equals to the rest of societies. So Karens and Lizzies and Susies and all of these wonderful racist bigots are women and men would stop thinking that it is okay to call us out of our names because it's popular now. To just not give a fuck about racism because it's popular now. If you have white friends, I hope they are fighting as much for you. I hope they are. Because if they're not part of the resolution, they're part of the problem. So if they are not part of us getting equality, they're part of the problem. So if they're still your friend in your face, but they're not speaking about how Black Lives Matter, how their friend matters, it's a motherfucking problem. And you need to address it, or you just need to drop them as friends because they're not your friends. And I just need to stop there because I can continue to go on and on. This is a topic that is really passionate for me, and it just flows so easily and so wonderfully off my lips, so passionately off my lips, so emotionally off my lips. It's just conversations that I love to have, that needs to be had, that needs to be listened to. Because as I'm growing as a human being, you should be growing as well. If you do not want to grow with the new life, or just in general, if you don't want to grow, then you really need to sit yourself down and have that hard conversation of who you are and where you are going. But thank you for listening to Kimi with the Cheese channel. We are where we talk about some things. We talk about music. We talk about some hard-hitting topics that need to motherfucking be had. We check motherfuckers if they need to be checked. And we have some fun. Or we can have a quiet session. It is all up to you. Thank you for listening, whoever listens. Please, if you can, let someone else listen. I want to broaden this channel. And I just want you to listen to the words and listen to the message that comes off my heart. Thank y'all for listening. This is episode 50. This is Kimi with the Cheese channel. Laters.